So what are all the scales that you need to know for the ABRSM Grade 1 piano exam? I'm going to show you exactly all of them in this video. So let's go. First of all, we need to probably learn, well, let's explain a little bit about what is a scale, right? So a scale is all of the notes, all of the notes in a scale, right? So C major scale, it's all of the notes between C and C, and it makes a major sound. You might also have like a minor scale, which sounds like, see how one's got a major sound, one's got a minor sound. In a G major scale, you want to have the same major sound. We need to add this black note. So it looks like this. Okay, we could learn a little bit about the circle of fifths, but that's a lesson for a bit more advanced musicians. When you're starting off grade 1, all you really need to know is that the three scales that we're learning, three major scales that we're learning, C, F, and G, have a certain key signature. So they have either, C major has no black notes, it's just the white notes. G major has the F sharp, and F has the B flat. Okay, so we're going to go one by one. First of all, we need to learn a special finger pattern, because obviously these scales have 8 notes, and we've only got 5 fingers. Unfortunately, we've only got 5 fingers, so we have to do a little trick that allows us to reach all of those notes. The way that we do this is we go finger 1, 2, 3, then we swing that thumb underneath. You see I'm going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll show you from my left hand so you can see how it looks when I go with my left hand. 1, 2, 3, and then the thumb scoots underneath the 3 like this, and you go all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the same thing with the right hand. 1, 2, 3. But obviously you can't see because of the angle on the camera, but it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And on the way down, we have to go 3 goes over 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, thumb under. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Third finger over. That's really important you learn and memorize this finger pattern, because many scales, most of the scales, use the same finger pattern. For example, the next scale that we're going to learn is G major. It also uses finger pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Now, usually when I'm working on these scales with my students, I would introduce C major scale 1 week, help you to learn it with one hand or both hands, maybe hands together, but most likely would do hands separately. Just practice that, get good at that. Next week, we're going to do G major. Next week, we're going to do F major, or even a few weeks apart. There's no rush. We need to learn the pieces most importantly. But I am just compacting this all into one video for you, that if you do need a refresher, a quick reminder how to do all of these scales, you can learn in this video. But I would recommend that you do spread out learning these scales. Otherwise, you might end up getting confused. Okay, so please take your time with these scales. Make sure you can play one scale well before you go on and learn the rest of them. Okay, but coming back to it, that was G major. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Finger 4 is on F sharp. The left hand, we haven't done the left hand yet. Let's do the left hand. So C major scale, it goes 5, 4, 3. So starting on the bottom note on finger 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finger 3 goes over. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Thumb goes under. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so that's the left hand pattern. It's like an inversion, right? Remember, right hand is 3 and then 5. The left hand is 5 and then 3. And we do the same thing. Third finger goes over the top. On the way down, 1, 2, 3. Thumb goes underneath. Okay, once you're confident of that, what we do need to learn, and okay, as I said, leave it for a few weeks, make sure you've digested, you've learned these. We're going to have to do it hands together. So when you're going hands together, the finger patterns are like this. 1, 2, finger 3s go together. See, we've both got finger 3s on E. Then we have F and G together. which that means that the right hand goes thumb underneath, F, G, and then the left hand goes over finger number 3 on A. Both 3s go together. On the way down, 3s go together, left hand under, right hand goes over. I'll do that once again. So 1, 2, 3, right hand under, left hand over. 2, 1, on the way down, 1, 2, 3, left hand under, right hand over. Okay, perfect. So that's your first hands together scale, C major scale. Remember, make sure you're playing with the correct fingers as I've shown you. Don't start making a mess and then finishing off like something like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, this is wrong. We're going to learn the right finger patterns because we're going to be using the same finger patterns in scales in the future. And if you just make a big mess in your head, you're just going to have a big mess in your head, and we don't want to have a big mess in our head, do we? Okay, so that's the C major scale. Hands together, similar motion. We're also going to have to learn this word called contrary motion. So you see here we have this word similar motion scale, similar motion, and then here we've got contrary motion. For these contrary motion scales, just one for grade 1. We start on C with our hands together and we go away from each other. Does that make sense? So we go fingers 1, 2, 3. We put both thumbs underneath at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both finger 3 goes over at the same time. And then our thumbs meet at the middle, like that. Again, all the white notes, like we had on our previous C major scale, are just instead of doing, we do it contrary motion. Okay, and I think for grade 1, we do need to play them quite slow, so I think about this speed. Bonus brownie points. We can also give it a nice shape. They are marking you on the shape. So you want to have a nice flowing shape, like. That's a nice scale. See, it had a nice flow, a nice level of confidence. All the notes are connected together, not like. That's a very poorly played scale. So if your scale sounds like that, you need to practice, go a little bit slower. There we go. That's what you want your C major scale to sound like. Let's get back to the rest of the list. So we have 5 scales that we need to learn: C major, G major, F major, A and D minor. Okay, so we did do G major. I showed you it has that F sharp. In the same pattern, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, for G major, we're doing them hands separately. You can see here it says hands together is just for our C major scale, and the other scales are all hands separately over here. Okay, so that was G major, and the left hand is the same thing: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Finger 2 is on F sharp. Thumb goes on D. Okay, now F major is our different scale. All the other scales use that 5 and 3 or 3 and 5 finger pattern. The F major scale uses different finger pattern. We go 1, 2, 3, finger 4 on B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it uses a different finger pattern there. But the left hand is the same. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a different pattern. Now, I have been playing those two scales 1 octave. I would recommend that you practice and become very confident and competent at playing it well with one octave before you do go on to 2 octaves. As you can see over here, it does say 2 octaves, yeah? Because the finger pattern for 2 octaves looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. But instead of putting finger number 5, we put our thumb. And we repeat the same pattern again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, just out of the shot there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. That's why I've got this magic number written here at the top. It says most scales 3, 4, 3, 5. That's our magic number. We always need to remember that when we're playing scales. 3, 4, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. 3 goes over, 4 goes over, 3 goes over. So we're using the same finger pattern in almost all scales. G major with the left hand is the same thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the G major scale 2 octaves now. Let's do F major 2 octaves with the right hand. We're using this finger pattern over here. It's written 4, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's the right hand. The left hand, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's F major, right hand and left hand, 2 octaves. Next, we have these 2 minor scales, A minor and D minor. Let's start with A minor. A minor is almost identical to G major. So you see G major has the F sharp. A minor is the same thing, but just one step higher. See, we're just going from there, A to A, G to G with G sharp, G, F sharp there, to A to A with G sharp over there. And these are the same finger pattern as we had before. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Notice how it has that minor sound, the kind of sad sound. Again, practice, make sure you're confident playing that with 1 octave before moving on to 2 octaves. 2 octaves is the same finger pattern as we already learned. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Left hand, same thing. And 2 octaves, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's A minor. And the final scale which we have to learn for grade 1 is D minor scale. And D minor has a cool little shape. I quite like this. It's got a little bridge shape. So it's got a B flat and a C sharp. It's actually the relative scale of F major. But we are starting on D. And we have the raised 7th. We have the C sharp, the raised 7th. In this scale to make a harmonic scale. I usually just teach harmonic scales. You can learn the natural and the melodic scales, but much easier just to learn the harmonic scale. It's the easiest one. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 goes up, finger 4 goes up, and D. 2 octaves, same thing, 1, 2, 3. And the left hand. Excellent, good. So that's all of the scales you need to do for grade 1. And yeah, just pay attention to the instructions. Obviously, C major is the 1 octave hands together. The other 4 are 2 octaves hands separately. And finally, for grade 1, you also need to learn 2 arpeggios. Arpeggios. Why do the students always forget what the arpeggio is? Arpeggio, arpeggio. It sounds happy. Arpeggio. Okay. Arpeggio sounds, it's an Italian word, right? Arpeggio. Okay, so it's just a G chord with an extra G at the top. Okay, you can see there's a 2-note gap, and then there's that 3-note gap there at the top. You can see it at the bottom of the screen. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1. Normally when playing scales, we're using that 1, 3, 5 pattern, but here we do need to use 1, 2, 3 so that we can reach up to that top note. And literally all you need to do for grade 1 is this. And then you have to do A minor, which is the same, but starting on A. That's literally it for grade 1. And same thing for left hand. Yep. And that's all of your grade 1 scales. So I hope you found that tutorial useful. Make sure you refer to your grade 1 pieces book. In the back cover of the book, you have all of this information. Good luck on your grade 1 scales. Thanks a lot for watching, and leave a comment if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again later. Bye.